If you find a good-looking Japanese guy, would you want to go there with him?
I've lived in Japan before, and
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. What's your name?
Desi,
Where from?
from America.
What's the impression of Japan?
My impression of Japan is completely different from Western culture. I find it more peaceful. It's much more quiet and respectful of a culture, but it's just so beautiful. It's got like this blend of really high-tech technology, but then like the nature and the old Japan like temples, and I really loved like that there was both there.
Yeah, that's good to hear. What do you think about like Japanese people though?
Very reserved compared to Americans, but also very polite, like very friendly. I think what I really liked is just how respectful everybody was. I always felt very safe in Japan. Like I always loved to go walk and explore. There was a really big nature reserve where I was living, and so I could just go into the forest and people will say hello. You'll see, just kind of anything. I saw a man playing a flute and there were cats in the forest. So I just like that it's a very peaceful place where you can just be. Yeah.
Kind of different question, but today's topic is what kind of guys are popular in your country.
Oh, okay.
So technically, I just want to teach Japanese guys how to become popular in the world, not in Japan. So what do you think?
Popular like trends and things
with
like
girls,
that.
yeah.
Oh, with the girls? Gosh. It just depends on I think, you know what? Don't underestimate women, because I think the more you try to say, oh, they're just into this, you kind of limit yourself into understanding what women are into. I think that's kind of the main thing about, if you want to be popular with women, know that like she's already thinking like 10 steps ahead of things. And I think, in today's world, a lot of people are more and more interested in like spirituality or learning about themselves, like personality, things like that. So, if a girl asks you like, when were you born? What was your birthday? Know that she's trying to figure out like what sign you are, all the astrological stuff. That's really popular these days. But I think some people don't understand it, but really she's just trying to figure you out. She just wants to know about you and see like, oh, is this someone that I could really get along with? Like, don't let that intimidate you. Don't make judgments. Just know that like she's just on a path of trying to better herself and self-improvement, and sometimes that may look a little funny, but I think that's something that's really popular with women right now, and girls in general, is like they want to know about themselves, they want to know about you, and so they might ask you funny questions. Just kind of go with it and see where that takes you. But like the more you learn about yourself, you surprise girls right back. If you're like, oh yeah, I'm an Aquarius or whatever, she's gonna be like, oh, okay, he knows. And even if you don't necessarily have to believe in it, but maybe just like be curious. Just stay curious instead of like closed off. I think that'll take you far with girls rather than like
that's actually best advice, because I was telling him yesterday because when you talk with girls, if you don't know yourself, you can't really talk. And you can't really express who you are, right? So the first things guys should do is just knowing yourself.
Oh yeah,
that's the priority.
Absolutely. Like it's okay, like laugh at yourself a little bit. Like if you have confidence and you know yourself, even if you think, oh, this is nerdy, girls are into nerdy stuff too. Like a lot of girls, I'm always surprised that more girls are into games and like things that maybe you wouldn't really think like, oh, that's a guy thing, this is a girl thing. If you're into it, just kind of like make it funny, like just appreciate it about yourself, and it makes her relax, and you'll find more things that you have in common rather than things that you don't.
Perfect, beautiful answer, right?
Yeah.
Question? what do you think about Japanese guys? What's the impression you have?
Well, they're dressed really well. I love like the style and the fashion. That's one thing I really love about Japan is style's always really cool. Like you've got the casual stuff, like especially the older generation's very casual, like the basics. But you see some really cool fashion, and I like that. I think that that's really nice when someone takes the time to put effort into how they dress, how they smell, their grooming. Girls really like that too. It's like you don't have to be somebody you're not, but just like showing like, oh, like he makes an effort. That's really, really nice. And I could tell about that in Japan, like very like clean. That's a really big thing, is smelling good, like good, you know, good making a first impression, that sort of thing. It's a little bit more formal than America because I see a lot of more suits and things like that in Japan, but I appreciate it. I think it's really nice. I think that like sometimes people are too casual. Like you could be casual, but it's nice when people, you know, want to look good and just take a little bit of time to like show their personality and like their, you know, it doesn't have to all look the same, it doesn't have to be a suit, but like if it's your personal style, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. How about the physical features? Like, so we have like stereotype in the Western countries.
Yeah.
Like tall guy and blonde and big guy, they're popular. Like masculine guy. What do you think about it? Like in general, or it can be like your personal opinion?
For me, personally, I don't really have a type. So I know there are so many girls that have their types and like, oh, the guy has to look, he has to, you know, go to the gym and he has to have like muscles and he has to be, you know, this tall. I would say I'm less like that. I do prefer maybe taller in that sense, but I think honestly that's just America. I think that's American girls, but I think like honestly it's just about, like I said, like it's the way you present yourself. For me, it's the way you present yourself, because I think what most guys underestimate is confidence. If you're confident, then a girl isn't gonna get stuck on certain things that maybe you might feel we all have our things that we're self-conscious about, but I think sometimes we build it up in our heads. So I think in like American culture, like it can be very superficial, 100%. But I think that actually people are a little bit more down to earth once you get to know them. So I would say just be confident. If you get stuck on a thing, we're gonna get stuck on a thing, and we'll be aware of it. Maybe a little bit more because you're being self-conscious. So I'd say don't be so self-conscious.
So you mean like that guys have to have a confidence? That's gonna make you more attractive.
Absolutely, but like there's a fine line between confident and thinking you're absolutely, it's too much, and then like no, but just like if you're confident, then you don't have to prove it, you know, you just are that. And girls, women, we know that, we see that.
If you have a confidence, aura comes out from inside, right?
You feel it. You feel the vibe. You feel like you feel that from someone without even having words.
She knows everything. She knows everything.
A good question.
Because technically, like I'm kind of like teaching Japanese guys how to be confident.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Because as you might know, like you used to be in Japan, right? And we are not the confident. Maybe like it can be English program or like Japanese society, how they grew up, whatever. But I was living Western country for a long time. It's completely different.
Very different.
And I'm super happy right now myself because, you know, I experienced so many things in different countries. But so many guys have a like problem by themselves, you know. I have to help them, and I want to help them to grow up.
I'd say like for sure, because I noticed in Japan like it's a little bit more submissive in the sense like I think that's really nice, but just like where it's cockiness, you can go the opposite way, and kind of finding like a little bit of both is nice. And I think confidence is just knowing like who you are, like how we were saying, is just know who you are and feel good about it, not feel so shy or embarrassed. You know, I think people get embarrassed a little bit, but it's like I think that's just getting in our heads. Like, we get in our own heads. We're always the ones that get in our own way. And if we just like realize that no one else is as focused on the little things that we're focused on, like, you can relax. It's okay.
You have a many good experience, right? Because your like thoughts, like opinions are very like
they're good.
Yeah, good and beautiful.
Helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, the last thing is there any advice that can give you to Japanese guys?
Oh, I'd say put your personality into it. I think what makes things memorable, just as someone who's traveled a little bit, is when I come across people in other countries, or I've taken tour guides and things like that before myself, is be you. It's okay to say, like, if you have a little joke or if you think something's really interesting, like, put your personality into it. It makes the experience more memorable for whoever, you know, is following you and listening to you. It's okay to just be human a little bit. Like, don't worry about being perfect. That's something that I have worked on, you know, is you don't have to be perfect. Just be you, and people remember that. They like that. I think it makes the experience a little bit better. And I think too, like, it makes people more apt to like want to connect too and ask questions and bring them out of their own shells.
To ask you one more question.
Sure.
So,
No.
if you find a good-looking Japanese guy, maybe in Bali or maybe America, in Japan, would you want to go there with him?
Maybe. You know, I've lived in Japan before, and I could do it again. Yeah, I think I'd want to do more traveling. I don't think I'd want to stay there 100% of the time. But after having lived there before, I know what it's like to adjust from Western to an Eastern culture. So yeah, I could do it as long as we're traveling. Yeah.
Oh, so that means Japanese guys have a chance to go there with you.
Possibly.
Maybe in Bali, maybe in America, maybe in Japan.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.